In today's video, we are going to be doing an introduction to back foot play. And we're going to go through 5 shots that we feel every batter needs to have in their back foot arsenal. Back foot defense, hip glance, back foot punch or drive, cut, and finally the pull shot. To start off, we're going to go through the basics of how you need to set up for every single back foot shot. The first thing is making sure that you get into line, whether that be getting back or cross or making sure your head's in line. That's up to you and dependent on how quick the bowler is that is bowling towards you. The next thing is making sure that your hands get nice and high, because you always want to look to score first. From here, we can look to attack, but if it's a good ball, we can decelerate through it and look to defend. And finally, we want our eyes to be nice and level to give us the most access to the ball so that we can see it the whole way and track it onto the middle of our bat. So for this video, we're going to be taking you through a basic drill set where all the throws are going to be underarms, and we're going to focus on each shot individually, taking you through all the technique and how to play it and showing how it should be done. So first up, we're going to be looking at the back foot defense. Now, I'm sure you've heard me speak before about how as cricketers we need to look to attack first, but we're starting off with the back foot defense because this is the easiest way to make sure that we are getting into line and making late contact with the ball. So it is a fantastic starting point for an introduction to back foot play. We're going to be doing 12 underarms. It's important to make sure that you're getting into line, your hands are nice and high, and from there it's important that the bat decelerates to make contact nice and late behind your front leg, closer to your back hip, and playing down on the ball. Being in a nice strong position, both feet on the ground, with the head above and staying side on with your back foot. You do not want to be rotating your back foot around because that's going to cause the bat to come across the ball, which could promote that outside edge, and no one wants to nick off to any bowler. Important here is this is a straight bat shot. So making sure that the bat has a full face presented to the ball the entire time through the shot. Making sure that you're allowing the ball to come to the bat and that the bat's not going to the ball, with a nice high elbow to give you that control so that off the contact, the ball is always going groundwards. I know we've just spoken about defense, but let's not get defensive. Let's get onto that front foot and get offensive and really hit that like button below. Second up, we are going to be looking at the leg glance. This is a slight extension of the back foot defense, so it is perfectly located second in the set. We are going to do 12 underarm throws again. What's important here is when we say getting into line, you really want to work hard to get your front hip in line with the ball. And from there, you're looking to play with a straight bat with the ball coming towards you, and on contact, you can break slightly to get that angle towards square leg or even fine leg, because you want to get some runs off of the bat. It's important to make sure that the ball is still coming towards you. You are going slightly towards it, but you want the ball to make contact with the bat and not the other way around. This gives you the control and make sure that you don't go through the shot too early and get a leading edge which could go back to the bowler or to mid-wicket and end your batting innings. A couple of important key aspects to notice here is that playing the shot, your head has to be slightly more forward to allow the bat access slightly in front of your body to get that contact. And making sure that again your elbow is nice and high, because it is a straight bat shot, to get over the ball to give that control. But what's also important is getting the ball on your front hip. You don't want to open up that hip and play around your body. You want to try and stay side on for as long as possible and just allow the ball to hit the bat and give you the runs for free. Sticking with our theme, moving forward now is the back foot punch. It's a slightly more aggressive shot than the back foot defense or the hip glance, but it is an extension of the back foot defense, because yet again we're making sure that we're in a good position to get into line, but now instead of decelerating the swing into the ball, we're looking to accelerate through the ball. But it's important to make sure that the contact point is as close to your body as possible so that we have that control to hit over the ball and generate even more power onto the ball. Making sure again that the elbow is nice and high, allowing the hands full access and range of motion through the ball to impart as much power as possible. This is here in this group set because it is now that slight extension and showing that our positions are good enough to now attack the bowlers and get maximum value. A couple of extra things to remember with this is that you want to try and keep your back hip to stay side on for as long as possible, because that's going to allow us to hit through the line a lot better and not drag across the ball. No one wants to slice a shot and have to run when you can hit it cleanly for 4. It's important in this shot to have massive body language. Really, I've lost the word.
Commit.
Thank you. Really commit in the movement to make sure that you get as close to the ball as possible so you can make contact as close to your body as possible. The person that played this shot incredibly well in international cricket in the recent past was Hashim Amla. Worked hard across and really had that flair through the ball and really maximised his scoring potential. Moving on to number 4, we are now looking to do our more aggressive shots. So we are looking at the cut shot now. It's important again that we get nice and across to the ball, but you can't fully get into line for a cut shot because the line is naturally wider. But your head has shifted into a line where you can still track the ball and you can explode through the point of contact. What you want is you want your chest to face point for as long as possible through the shot, because you don't want to open up, because that's going to cause us to hit the ball more in front. It causes us to come across the ball, which loses power and can cause us to get a top edge. Work hard in this position so that your hands are nice and high and you're looking to hit onto the ball. As soon as the ball gets above your shoulders, just hit through it and let it go up. That's fine, because you're going to beat it over the fielder and get your value. But if it's below your shoulders, you're looking to get nice and strong position and explode through that point of contact and have a nice big follow through while staying side on. We want to beat the fielder for 4, and if the fielder gets in the way, we want to hit it through the fielder for 4. It's important when we're going across for this shot that the back knee has a slight bend, because that's going to transfer your weight towards the contact point and it's going to keep your weight there for as long as possible and keep your head close to the ball so we don't withdraw from it. Seeing as though it is a crossbar shot, it is a bottom hand shot, making sure that you get a nice full extension through the ball and allow that hand to dominate the shot. Moving on to draw number 5, and my favorite shot, it's the pull shot. It's important here that when getting into line, making sure your head shifts into the channel of the ball. You don't want to be pulling a ball from outside your body line because you start lacking control and you can't really hit down onto the ball, which gives you the best possible chance of batting for a long period. From here, you want to get your hands nice and high, trying to stay side on for as long as possible and exploding with your bottom hand through the ball, making sure that there's a full extension of the bottom hand to hit it as hard as possible. This is a shot that you'll really want to put the boundary fielder under pressure if there is one, or you just want to hit it for 4 and the fielder's just jog to fetch it. Making sure that the head is still, hands are high and looking to explode through it. What's important is you don't want your elbows dropping in the shot, because then you lose control because your hands are coming under the ball. As soon as your hands come under the ball, you lose that power point of your contact, which is going to give you the best possible chance of getting the ball to the boundary. So make sure that you get nice and strong and explode through that point of contact with a nice loud sound off of the bat to let the opposition team know that you mean business. Looking at it at the end of the draw, it is 60 balls. The important thing here is it's more about the quality of each of the shots than the quantity. That's why we are using underarm throws to really ensure that the areas we are throwing are perfect for the batter to really get used to the feel and show what they can do and really grow into each shot so they can add it to their batting arsenal and really dominate off the back foot when it comes to a game situation.
A massive thank you to the members on screen that support this channel and help make these videos possible.